The Pentagon is investigating the apparent murders of 3 U.S. soldiers this weekend in eastern Afghanistan. They have not been identified. The Afghan army says one of its soldiers turned his gun on the Americans before he was shot dead. The Taliban claims this was the gunman and that he was one of their own, an army infiltrator. The attack comes as America's longest war is at another crossroads. The Pentagon wants to add thousands of troops to the 8,000 plus already in Afghanistan. They're helping in the fight against the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, and ISIS. But some in Congress want to cut off funding for the 16-year war, saying the U.S. has sacrificed enough blood and treasure. Here's Tony Dokoupil.
When an Afghan soldier opened fire Saturday, killing 3 Americans who were supposed to be his allies, Vice President Mike Pence offered solace at a speech in Milwaukee.
Suffice it to say, when heroes fall, Americans grieve, and our thoughts and prayers are with the families of these American heroes.
After nearly 16 years, more than 2,200 casualties, and an estimated cost topping $800 billion, the U.S. is deadlocked in its fight with the Taliban, the Islamic militia that rules much of the countryside and took credit for Saturday's murders. Lieutenant General John Nicholson, the top U.S. commander in Afghanistan, is asking for as many as 5,000 additional soldiers to break what he calls a stalemate. But Congress is showing signs of war fatigue.
We have allowed the executive branch to take over our foreign policy and determine how to use our troops. It's wrong.
North Carolina Republican Congressman Walter Jones opposes the war and is the author of new legislation that would defund combat operations. The bill now has 10 co-sponsors, 3 Republicans and 7 Democrats, including California's John Garamendi.
Congress has the only power to declare war. It's in the Constitution. And yet, all the almost 7.5 years I've been in Congress, we have never taken up the issue of war.
Most of the current House of Representatives, more than 300 people in all, were not in office the last time Congress voted on the use of force in Afghanistan.
There is no easy solution. It's a catch-22 for us.
Bill Roggio, a senior fellow at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, says the issue is not only a lack of debate in Congress, but a lack of clear strategy on the battlefield.
You have to turn around and look at the big picture and see that the alternative to not staying is defeat.
President Trump didn't discuss Afghanistan much on the campaign trail, but an increase in troops in Afghanistan would contradict his America First promise to avoid prolonged overseas military operations. Elaine?
Tony, thanks.